Hi everyone. I know it's 6:15 here in Scotland, and I just felt that I wanted to come on and do this video. I know I've started saying already and I've just started the video, but I really wanted to come on and do this video, and it might open up a can of worms. I'm not sure. I really wish, you know what I mean, I really wish that I could do one video without saying Let's see how many I do after I've mentioned this. Let's see if I can go till the end of the video without saying I felt compelled to come on and do this video. As I say, I nearly said there. It might open up a can of worms, and then again it might not. I always put my comments on to be held for review, because I know that, people can. Although I have to say, in all my time on the web, and since I started, I think that could have been 4 years ago, I have not had a lot of I'm sorry, I just can't string a sentence together. But when I'm out and I'm talking to people, I don't say I speak, unless I think probably there might be an exception if it was somebody that there I go again, possibly if I was to meet somebody that I had the hots for, or somebody like that, because but I'm going off at tangents here. This is a purely random video, and I start off with one thing, and then I go, and I just go off. Updates first. Okay, updates. We'll start with the updates first. So, you will have heard me saying that I wasn't going to be able to work with Padaya, because Padaya had done away with the free plan, and I already pay WordPress for my plan. I pay yearly. I think it's probably I pay for the domain. As it goes, at the moment I am having severe problems with WordPress that I can't comment. None of my comments are coming through. So in order to comment on WordPress, I have to jump between my mailbox on my phone and then back onto WordPress to answer a comment, and it's eating up my entire day. I have been in touch with WordPress today, and I hope that the problem gets rectified, because it is severely hacking me off and just eating so much into my day that it's really getting on my nerves now. So yeah, I stripped Kofi last night. I've stripped it down to the bare bones, because the foundations were already there, and the interface for Kofi is far easier to use than trying to set up another website. Does anybody use one of these? They're good, and they're far cheaper than buying a packet of cigarettes. And maybe this is the thing that's responsible for my voice. Maybe it is, I don't know, but it's cheaper than buying cigarettes, and I can't do without it, so please excuse me. So that's the first couple of updates. I did post a short today. I was out down at the beach. Lovely, mild day, dry, wonderful. Had a nice little walk, and I took a video, and I was talking in the video, and I was like saying bits and pieces about Kofi and WordPress in that video, but then I made the boo-boo of uploading it as a short, so that's all you got. And I do apologise, because it was not meant to be a short. It was meant to be you seeing me down on the beach and enjoying the sound of the waves coming in, because I am really blessed here, because I'm 5 minutes in one direction, I've got the beach, and in the other direction I do have the River Esk, and I'm really blessed, although I can't, but I don't, I've said this on countless occasions, that I probably made a podcast with regards to this. I used to do podcasts on Substack, because I'm also on Substack. I post quite a lot on there. And I used to make the podcast, and it was just basically what I'm doing now, me talking like random nonsense. If I was to meet, and it was somebody that I think I would be like Baby in Dirty Dancing. I'd be like, I carried a watermelon. I think I'd be like that, yeah. Because I don't really have a lot of dealings with guys. I don't date, I don't go on date sites, I don't do anything like that. I'm completely out the loop. The only guys I talk to are on WordPress, and they're my fellow poets, they're my best buddies. I've not got the hots for any of them. They're poets who I hold in high esteem, but I don't have to. No, I don't. So yeah, I'm completely out the loop. But there I go, I'm off at tangents. So that's the updates, and I'm really sorry that video, like that short, was like all you could hear was the guy drilling in the background, because I was down at the harbour, and I see that you're usually able to walk round the harbour, but part of it was blocked off, and the noise that you heard was a guy drilling, and I'm really sorry, so half of the video was lost. So let's get down to there we go. I mean, I'm 10 minutes already. It could be one of those where I'm just like, yeah. And I know you'll probably be watching this video, Sheila, and I know you'll not mind me mentioning you, because you're my best buddy and that. But Sheila and I have had a couple of instances lately where people have let us down really badly, who we thought people, they were the real McCoy, straight down the line, and we've been disappointed. And this is a strong word to use, but it's rife. It's rife in this world, and I believe that my ex-partner was one, and that is narcissism. Narcissism is a very horrible trait in anyone. There's none of us in this world are perfect. Whoa. Like, I am not. I think it goes back again to what I was saying and what I have been saying in the 2 videos that I've posted on Mondays with regards to, if you change for yourself, not for any other reason, not because you want to fit in here, there or anywhere else. You change because you want to be a higher version of yourself. We all have toxic traits. Every one of us has toxic traits, but narcissism is when you project that on to someone else deliberately to make yourself feel better. And that's what I believe my ex-partner was. And I had never even heard of narcissism before I met him. But I know a bit about narcissism now. So the narcissist, on a deep level, the narcissist does not like themselves. That is the bottom line. The narcissist is a very fragile, insecure, messed up individual. So they will project their self-hatred onto you. That's what narcissism is. And then when they make you feel shit, please excuse my language, that makes them feel whoa. They see you cry, they see you, being upset, that gives them power. I have a lot of things within myself that I need to change, that I need to address, but I would always hope that I never, ever project what I feel negatively about myself onto anyone else, because to me that would be a deliberate no action is the thought comes first and then the action. So if you hurt somebody, you think it in here and then you do it. I could do it, and I think I don't want to keep repeating myself over and over again, but I could do it. I could project what I a lot of my negativity about myself is being instilled in me, and so I could project that onto somebody else to make myself feel better. I could seek validation constantly to make myself feel better. I don't want to seek validation from anybody. My validation has got to come from me, and that's something that I still need to handle. I can't find the words I'm looking for, but my neighbour did point it out to me recently. He said, you put yourself down, which I do constantly. I do. But I would hope that I don't project that onto somebody else, and I would hope that I never become one of these people that needs. I don't want that. It has to come from in here. But narcissism is a very horrible, nasty, toxic trait, and my friend and I have been recently disappointed, and we thought, and it's not, and it's just, you lose faith in people, and this is why, and it's a horrible way to live. It's a horrible way to live, because you just think, you've got to have this fortress around yourself to protect yourself. And it's, I'm not saying, there is good people, and I have met lots of lovely people on WP who have helped me with trying to get my book out there and blah, you know what I mean? And I love the writing community because there's none of this keyboard gangster nonsense. It's all a mutual appreciation of each other's work. But narcissism is, whoa, that's on a completely different level. You know, I did feel compelled to come on and talk about it, but you could delve into it and delve into it, you know. And it's, you know, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychologist, and I don't claim to be, you know, but having dealt with my ex-partner, you know, I believe that he was one, and his power was gained by seeing me, by stripping me of my self-worth. And there's lots of forms of, you know, it can take many forms. So, you know, but apart from that, everything in the garden is you know, tickety-boo, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. It is. It's, yeah, you know. I wasn't that. There was a few tears last night. But I was like half a mind I was going to come on and show you my tears last night like I did a few weeks ago, but I thought no. And it wasn't because I'm obviously, you could see I'm not scared of being vulnerable, you know, but I did, you know, not yesterday was one of those days, and it's just all part of the journey, isn't it? It's just all part of the healing journey. I'm not normally a crier. I don't like crying. I don't break down in front of people, but I did allow myself probably half a cry last night. But it was also yesterday was the anniversary of my dad passing away, so maybe that had a lot to do with it. I didn't go to the crematorium. I wanted to go to the crematorium. I got up and I wasn't, but I am going to go this week. And it was all the guilt of letting my fans, you know. A lot of the time, never mind narcissism, but a lot of the time, we are our own worst enemies because we create and we get into a cycle. We get into a cycle of, you know, negative thought patterns. And, you know, it's, you know, the human mind is, you know, it's, as I say, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not perfect. But I would sincerely hope that I never, ever, ever deliberately set out to hurt anyone. I would hopefully, sincerely hope that I never do that. Very last thing, this has went on. I went on to KDP last night just to check, because I like to go on to KDP, and as I've said, I look at the graph and I think, oh, there you go, that's another flop. This is a negative thinking pattern. And I look at the graph and I think, well, that's it, you know, that's 6 flops I've had on my hands. And then I went on to KDP itself. No, I went on to my author profile. In my author profile I get to see the graph. And then I went on to KDP and I looked at my royalties and I'm like, whoa! I mean, my royalties for this month, guys, my royalties for this month are the most I have ever had from KDP. That is straight up. And I'm not talking like hundreds of pounds here. but usually all I ever get is like £2 max, and yeah, my royalties for this month are looking pretty. So anybody that has bought the book, downloaded the book, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is appreciated. If you want to join me on Kofi, I will at some point, hopefully, I'm not putting a time limit on, because I do set myself again so too high, and I let myself down and I get exhausted and blah blah. At some point we'll put a PDF of the new one on Kofi if anybody wants to download it. But to anybody who has downloaded the ebook or bought a physical copy, from my heart, thank you very, very much. Thank you. And if you have, please will you leave a review, because reviews are very important. And that's it, and this was just meant to be a quick video as usual, and as usual I've just sat here and talked, but as I say, I get a willing audience, and I'm off, it's because I don't go out much, and and I've given up my voluntary job as well, so yeah. But I think I do okay. I think I do okay. I'm not, I'm busy, but I haven't written anything for a couple of days, so, and I'm not posting on WordPress because of the comment issue. I am going to post something later on tonight, but it's very irritating and so very time consuming, and I really hope they get it sorted out. I'll see y'all very, very soon. As always, take good care, and thanks for listening to me rabbit a load of crap. Truly, Until next time, look after yourselves and be good to yourselves, but most of all, be kind to other people, because everybody's fighting something that you don't know about, and you have to bear that in mind sometimes. And you also have to basically learn is you have to learn to be no you have to learn to be you have to build a thick skin, I think, and not take everything personally. I think, which is hard, but you have to. You're only responsible for your own actions. You can't be responsible for anybody else's. And if you allow somebody else's actions to impact you, you're giving your power away, and you should never give your power away to anyone. Okay, I'm going now because we're heading to 25. Bye for now. Maybe see you at the weekend with a quick short or whatever. Bye just now. Take good care.